Hey, folks, good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. I'm your host, BKP. And there you go. There's the phone number, 706-889-9700 and chief@fetyourdues.com, and all the ways you can follow us on social media. Um, the lighting should be better this morning. We should be able to, a little clearer. I made some corrections here. Now, as you well know, I am not in Georgia, but I want to thank Destiny, who is producing the show in Ellijay right there. Very cold, very wet, stormy night here in Pennsylvania. Very long night, very stormy night. It was rough. Power went out. All the above. Okay, we got the dog barking in the background. We always have that. So we moved inside. Our last couple trips up here, we were able to work outdoors, but that ended this week. So it's days like today when I guess I just realized, I don't know, is there a time limit? Is there a is there a time limit? I mean, should I wait 48 hours or should I just do it now? What would it be there? Number 12. Bring up number 12 for me, okay? Elijah Cummings, the representative from Baltimore, Maryland, is dead. He died. He's 68. He died. Now, this is Minka attempting to cry. She cannot. I know this is wrong. Minka is attempting to cry, but she can't bring the tears. I know, maybe a facelift or two has got her to where she just can't produce tears. I don't know. I know that's wrong, right? A man is dead. A woman can't cry. And I'm insensitive at 8 o'clock in the morning. And you got me confused with someone who cares. I mean, seriously, like I care. I feel today, I don't care. I had to go here because I feel today, I don't believe there's the 48-hour mourning period. If you're corrupt if you are alive and you were, let's use some past tense here. I'm so sorry. I mean, it is really wrong. I mean, I'm just laughing in general, not at just chuckling, okay? Bring up number 5, and we will move right through. Because number 5 there, Elijah Cummings, if I feel, okay, the President of the United States, it just seems like as this a couple months ago, highlighted his district, rat-infested Baltimore. So I believe if you were corrupt and alive yesterday, that would have been Wednesday. So Elijah's helping me keep up with the days of the week. If you were alive and corrupt on Wednesday and you are dead on Thursday, doesn't change you were corrupt just yesterday. Sorry, I don't care. Okay? Let me tell you something. Let me look in this camera and get this day started. You know how many dead black young men there are in Baltimore? You know how many kids are dead in Baltimore? You know how many police officers have been shot in Baltimore? Do you know the disgrace and what has happened and the squalor and the filth that has taken place in that district while your tax money was stolen, misused? We'll call it misused, okay? I'm not crying tears this morning. I'm sorry. I wish him and his family well. I'll pray for them. Is that what you want? I know that's just wrong. I guess it's a morning like this when you realize and come to terms that I'm just not a really good person some days, right? Because let's see, I'm like Minka Brzezinski. I can't cry over this. All right, so maybe I should move along and I should go to much more serious kind of things. Like, let me see. How could I move from the corrupt decay of Baltimore and Elijah Cummings' district and that he's dead from 68 and Minka can't cry? Now, I've got to be able, let me look through my pictures here. There's some way that I can come up with something Let's see. Give me number 41. Nancy Pelosi is bat S-H-I asterisk crazy. She is crazy as hell. How insensitive can I be to open the show? Nancy Pelosi has lost her mind. She's crazy. Now, this was all staged. It was all set up, and the media is not run. They've not run one narrative that, Nancy had a meltdown, but look at the byline there. Democrats angrily walk out of White House meeting after Trump meltdown, after Trump. So I'm going to have to go with the president of the United States on this one. CNN put it up there, and they did a good job. So that way I can, I hope someone calls 911 over at the House chamber, number 67. Number 67. The president of the United States tweeted out, Nancy Pelosi needs help. She's batshit crazy. Ooh, she's bat S-H-I asterisk crazy. I'm sorry. That was wrong. Was that wrong? How insensitive could I be? It's already like just after 8 o'clock. Elijah Cummings dead. Mika Brzezinski cannot cry. Can't bring herself to tears. And then Nancy has lost her friggin' mind and should be put in a home. Nancy Pelosi, help fast. She needs help fast, the president says. There is either something wrong with her upstairs. I mean, she's lost it. This broad has lost it. There's something wrong with her upstairs. Or she just plain doesn't like our country. She had a total meltdown in the White House today. Now, okay, let me say this because I may have one or two lady viewers out there. Look. How do you put any enhancements you choose? I mean, I'm thinking about getting my eyes done. You know what I mean? Any enhancements. All right, good for you. Go for it. I got no problem with it. So I don't want to make it sound like if you've done anything cosmetically that I'm criticizing you. But I have to tell you, there's a humor side of hearing Nancy Pelosi in a meltdown and thinking of how plastic her face is. I'm sorry, just saying. That's me. May not be you. Every time I freaking hear meltdown, I think of Mika Brzezinski. What a meltdown. We'll get back to that face. And Nancy, oh, wow, now there's a meltdown. She had a meltdown in the office, White House. She could make a whole new candle, the Pelosi candle. Senate candle. She had a total meltdown in the White House today. It was very sad to watch. It was sad. Mika Brzezinski almost came to tears. Pray for her. She's a very sick puppy. My words. Nancy's a sick puppy. She's a sick person. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Nancy Pelosi needs help fast. She is one sick woman, okay? Trump was measured at the meeting. Tweets, Nancy Pelosi needs help fast. Call 911. That woman's lost her marbles. Oh, what else do we have this morning? Okay. Number 77, if you have that available. All right. Wow. Destiny, very good. I sent 77 pictures today. We're going to jump all around here. So number 77, Pickens County, Georgia. Let me just say this for a reason to our national audience. I don't know when the PP police, I like that one, the PP police that are going to attempt to come after, I think they will. It's just my opinion. So separate boys and girls bathrooms procedure reinstated. So a Pickens County school system in Georgia, boys will be boys and go in the boys' room. Girls will be girls and go in the girls' room. And if you can't figure out what's happening, you can wear Depends. You can go to grocery store and get Depends, and you can just wet your britches today while you're waiting to figure out what damn bathroom you need to go in. or you can go in the nurse's bathroom or the teacher's lounge. That's right. So here's your options in Pickens County today. Just my opinion. You know, I got to say it's my opinion because let me tell you something. This guy is, I think he's first class. I think the superintendent of schools of Pickens County, Carl Wilson, first class guy. Okay. Me, I'm a little radical from time to time. In Pickens County this morning, if you're a boy, go in a boys' room. If you're a girl, go in a girl's room. If you're transgender, you got a choice. And I'm not joking around. Go get some Depends and just wet your britches. Or you get to go in the lounge, teacher's lounge, or the nurse's bathroom. Now, let me tell you, sadly, because I do stand on the side of the school system, all right? And I'm tired of this being up front as an issue. And I'm going to read a quote from the superintendent of schools, Carlton Wilson. I call him Carl. I apologize, sir. I apologize. I got a lot of respect for this guy, Carlton Wilson. Okay. But I will tell you this. Here's where the PP police will swarm the LGBTQ community that is concerned about a young transgender student getting a bladder infection because they don't know where to go. It's interesting. They want to have gender reassignment surgery. We pay for it as a government, or as taxpayers. We pay for their gender reassignment surgery, but yet they only have two genders to pick from. I'm telling you, if the LGBTQ gets civil rights in the Supreme Court, if that comes down, I tell you what, my dogs are tax deductions immediately. All right. So that being said, not being silly, where I think the PP police will come down on this and come after us, because you do realize if a child goes in a bathroom to the nurse's station, or if a child goes into the bathroom at the teacher's lounge, you're considering them to be different. Okay. That will highlight they're different. That will highlight that they don't have an area that belongs to them. So watch what happens here. I support Pickens County. Okay. Homeschool your ass, period. Okay. If you are out there and you have a grandchild or a child and they are transgender and you can't figure out what bathroom they go to in a public school where our tax money, 99% of the tax money comes from us, not 1% comes from the LGBTQ, we'll give them 2%. So 98% of our tax money comes from 2% only comes from the LGBTQ community. But let me say this: stay home, homeschool your kids. All right. Additional, Superintendent Carl Wilson stated, this is not a Pickens County issue. I agree with him. It is not a Georgia issue. It's not a Southern issue. So it's not Pickens County. It's not Georgia. It's not a Southern issue of how this is a national issue. And it's ripping apart the very fabric of public education, making it virtually impossible for schools to do what they are supposed to do, educate our children. I agree. This is ridiculous. It's ripping apart the fabric. We're supposed to be focusing on educating our children. That's what we're supposed to be focused on. All right. Superintendent Dr. Carlton Wilson went on to say, we are calling for strong leadership at the state level as well as the national level as schools and communities continue to grapple with issues like fighting expensive lawsuits and diverting valuable resources from what should be our only focus, educating our children. I agree with you 100%, Dr. Wilson. I appreciate those comments. We'll see what happens there. So that is something I wanted to open up with this morning. Let me go to one more thing before we make go to our first break. Now, number 34. And I want to say this, number 34, because I want to talk about this when I get back. Yes, I know Sondland is testifying. Some of you are probably coming off the rails with me. Oh, you're not focused on the right issues. Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm focused on them. I'm letting ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN tell those lies, okay? I got it. Sondland is going, the ambassador to the EU is going to testify today. Great, good, whatever, all right? Number 34 on your screen. This is big, and this is what we have to pay attention to. McConnell tells Senate Republicans to be ready for impeachment trial of Trump. McConnell said the Senate would likely meet 6 days a week during the trial. Lawmakers said, you do realize the Senate is the remove part. You realize that? I'm going to show you a poll that makes what Mitch McConnell says to me very nervous. Are they trying to push us into a civil war in this country? Because I'm going to tell you something. Impeaching alone, but removing the president and a trial to attempt to remove the president, not going to be good. Not going to like it. Not going to be prudent. Watch it see. I'm going to show you a poll and why this scares me here. And I do not trust Mitch McConnell. I get it. We're going to go through and we're going to talk about how many judges he's gotten confirmed. We're going to go through and we're going to talk about Kavanaugh and Gorsuch. I get it. The overall trust of this man, just not feeling it. All right. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I guess if you were offended with my opening and chuckling and laughing, let me just say this. If you were offended by my chuckling and laughing at this morning and the way I opened up with, Representative Elijah Cummings is dead, and Minka Brzezinski was trying to cry, but she couldn't bring herself to tears, and Nancy Pelosi is bat crap crazy. If you're upset over that, I don't give a rat's ass in Baltimore. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, there is a way you could text me, tell me what you think. All right. Just text me and say, you are really insensitive. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. If I'll get into that in a minute, social media way to follow the show. And there you go. Now, this will be, my last broadcast, not last. So for a while, this will be my last broadcast from this area. I'll talk about it at the end of the show. Mother is doing much better. Mother, sorry, just said it, right? And so I will not be here for a while. Tomorrow, the show will be, we're flipping a coin. I know if it's here and the way the weather is here, it would not be at Sycamore Crossing. So I got to get with the head of the show. That's Rick. Rick's okay. Rick is the head of the show, and hang tight. I just got a message. I just got a message on something I want to check out. So I apologize if you're over on our YouTube channel. I was just given word that CityLink is having a problem. That's our FYN TV. So let me check that briefly. I don't know if you can hear me there, but don't do anything right now. But I'm hearing FYN TV may be having an issue. So I'm going to double check here to make sure. Okay. So broadcast has been delayed, and let me just double check that. So let's go to a brief break and check why CityLink has been delayed this morning, or FYNTV.com. So take us to break.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little,
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. October is Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, with the year's biggest savings on every 2019 Chevy truck and SUV in Days' massive inventory, like over $11,000 off Silverado crew cabs, or more than $8,000 off new Chevy Colorados. So don't just sit there. Go save a payload during Truck Month, happening now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevy trucks always cost less. Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Sorry about the delay. Sorry about the way we got the start going on FYNTV.com. There you go. Right there is all the ways to follow the show. So that being said, let me get back. I was talking about it right before the break. So let me get into this, okay? I want to know what is going on here, what is going on here? Now, listen, when I get a phone call, I got to take a brief break, okay? I'm getting a phone. I'm trying to get a technical issue. It will only take a second. It's my promise it'll take a second. So as soon as I get a phone call, I've got to take a brief break to try to work out a technical issue in our office. And it's something I can do very quickly. So we'll just keep going. I want to know if the country, if they're wanting to put us into a civil war. Now, I'm serious. I'm very serious about that. Okay. If they want to put us into a civil war, is that what they want to have happen here? Okay. Because we got a couple tweets. Hold on. Just put my card up. Just put the card up over me. Don't go to commercial just for a second, please. Put the show card up. All right. We apologize for that delay. We apologize for what happened this morning. Actually, nothing big. Destiny's doing an outstanding job there producing the show. It's just there was an overlap show in the place of our show. So if you were going to FYNTV.com, you were getting a broadcast delay. Okay. Now, if you go there, you're actually getting the show. So we apologize for what happened. That correction was made. We got a note that FYN TV was not working, although we go live on our YouTube channel, FYN TV Fetch Your News. It was working. There was a show overlapping it that we had to clear out. So we apologize for that inconvenience. Now, for those that have stuck around, apologies. Let's start all over there, show them how to get in touch with the show. And here's what I want to know this morning. Is there an attempt to cause a civil war in this country? Now, you might think that, I am totally out of line. All right. You may think that. But Mitch McConnell, and let's go here. Give me number, I had it up just a minute ago. And Mitch McConnell said, and I think I have it here. Let me see, number 34, all right. McConnell said the Senate would likely meet 6 days a week during the trial, lawmakers said. The president could be impeached and removed from office by Christmas. Could happen. Very seriously, it could happen, right? Now, McConnell could change the rules. Remember, we've argued about the rules and argued about the rules. They could just vote not to take it up. But McConnell says he'll have no choice but to take up the impeachment trial. Now, not to go backward and spend a lot of time, okay? The House votes on the articles of impeachment. They create the articles of impeachment and the charges like a grand jury, okay? Now, the conviction is in the Senate. So some people are going to argue and say, well, I'm off the mark here or there. But generally what happens is you have a grand jury, you have a federal grand jury, then you have a House of Representatives, and they are somewhat like your grand jury. They write the articles of impeachment. Now, when they have impeached the president by voting on the articles they put in place, they're writing the articles, they're meeting behind closed doors to write these articles, then it'll get sent over to the Senate for a trial. It will then be called a trial. The House of Representatives right now is an impeachment inquiry, much like a grand jury works, okay? When it gets to the Senate, it will be a trial. Now, the trial in the Senate is just that. It's a trial. If you're convicted, you go to jail. In this case, if you're convicted and voted on, you get booted out of the White House. Now, I don't say this in a joking manner. I'm just wondering if the First Lady Melania and the President of the United States really needs to be putting out their holiday ornament this year. I'm just telling you, you will go back to this date, 10/17, and you will say, oh, I was so wrong on this date down the road. I hope I am. But I'm just telling you the possibilities and the direction they're going. And do you trust this guy on the screen? It will be 6 days a week, a trial. Now, they will put the Senate trial on TV. Oh, yeah, that'll go on TV. Okay. What is the difference? Let's see. What is the difference? The trial will be on the articles of impeachment. The articles of impeachment will be written in a way that the Senate, Republican senators, really will not be able to call witnesses to refute the articles because they've been written in a way. I mean, you're going to have articles of impeachment and nobody's going to say, okay, let's call Hunter Biden. You're going to have articles of impeachment and nobody's going to say, okay, let's call Joe Biden. Not going to happen in the Senate. So here's a quick tweet. Let's do this. Number one. Okay. This is a Mitch McConnell tweet. Washington Democrats have been engaged in a 3-year-long impeachment parade in search of a rationale. Prominent House Democrats were promising impeachment at the very beginning of the presidency. Fairness and due process, not their objectives here. So he's gonna put himself in a position that he's gonna be the one of fairness and due process. Just saying, okay? Number two, already House Democrats' impeachment inquiry is violating norms and precedent. They are denying Republicans and President Trump the same rights that Democrats and President Clinton received during those impeachment proceedings. We know that. We know Adam Schiff is doing it behind closed doors. We know that the Republicans cannot call witnesses. We know that the president cannot have a legal defense team in the room. We know all of that. It's done behind closed doors. But, you know, McConnell, it's going to hit the Senate. What are you going to do with it? So let me go with that. Let me get a couple more here. All right. And we'll go to Sondland going to speak today. I want to stay on Mitch McConnell for just a second. All right. I'll have it here. We'll talk about the meltdown, the Nancy Pelosi meltdown, a little later. Now, let me say this. Number 24. GOP senators meet to discuss Trump's impeachment defense. Impeachment defense. Trump's GOP senators. I'm just saying. Did we trust Lindsey Graham too soon? I'm just saying. I don't know. Okay. Let me get to one more. Here's one I want you to look at as we're talking about impeachment. Okay. I know Sondland is going to testify behind closed doors, but I'm talking about what the media is trying to do and what I talk about hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media, right? I talk about the Democrats. I leave out Republicans from time to time. Number 32. Okay, Gallup poll. America's highest support for impeachment and removal. What did I tell you last week? What did I tell you 2 weeks ago? What did I say? What did I say that Fox News poll? 51%. Remember I focused that day on removal? And I said, I did it just like this. I said, impeachment, the House of Representatives. Removal, the Senate. That's where they were going. The Fox News poll has been proven to be inaccurate, a bad polling sample. Okay? Nobody talking about that. No. See, when Fox News came out with their 51% want him impeached and removed, everybody said, it's Fox. So MSNBC ran the polling data, NBC, ABC, CBS ran it, CNN ran the data, Fox News. Nobody's retracted that data. Or, I would think if I'm MSNBC, I would like to jump on the bandwagon that Fox is wrong. Okay. Fox seems to run stories where, like Project Veritas, where we know for a fact that CNN and Jeff Zucker, the president, is corrupt, right? Here's the poll on the screen. Number 32, America's highest support for impeachment and removal. Trump, 52. Now, this is what they're trying to sell. It's a narrative. Look at Nixon, 1974, 58%. That's what I have said. I have on record 3 years now since the president has become or sworn in as the president, since Donald J. Trump has been sworn in as president of the United States. I have been on record saying they want the Richard Nixon picture, which I have showed over and over for 3 years, of Donald Trump leaving on Marine One, okay, from the White House lawn, just like Richard Nixon. So polling data, and if you start listening to Woodward and the alcoholic, alleged alcoholic, okay, Bernstein, okay, I'm just saying that, my opinion. If you listen to them, it was up to a certain percent that the senators, okay, Nixon resigned. This is just really quick. You can go look for it. Nixon resigned once the polling data came in. And actually, Barry Goldwater from Arizona said, you're out, man. Senators are going to vote against you, Mr. President. You're out. Okay. Once the polling came in high enough in August of 1974, 58%, that's when Nixon said, I better just resign because they will remove me. You notice it's 52 and Clinton is 35. Wondering why Clinton is 35. So 58%. Now, I'm going to get off this, but I want you to remember as they're pushing this narrative, obviously it's on TV, they're going to push it all day, and they're going to run down the halls of the Capitol and say, Nixon was at 58, Trump is at 52. What is the actual percent that you think you need to see in polling to where you start thinking maybe I should vote to remove the president? Oh yeah, it's every day. Now, let me say what happened in 1974, and let's get this clear. 1974, we were still in a pretty much of a, all right, I'm going to say something that I'm not going to regret. I just know it's going to get me in trouble. Where did they get their polling data in 1974? Where are they getting their polling data in 2019? Well, in 1974, they were probably dialing a home phone that was on the kitchen wall because America now did not yet have the luxury of cell phones. And we did not have the luxury of 2 phones in the house, very few. And there was still the Ma Bell hanging on the kitchen wall phone that you had with the long cord that you could try to get to 3 different rooms. 1974, polling data probably came from home phone lines. So at night, still we're in a percentage where majority of Americans, I'll say this, I didn't look it up, are one person in the home working. Dad's out at work all day, so he can't take phone calls. Intercom, Johnny, get a forklift. Come in here and take a poll. They just called, wanted to know if you think Nixon should be able to be. I'm busy, man. I know. I'm just saying. I just saying. I don't know. Where did they get the numbers in 1974? Now I know if they called my mom in 1974, my mom picked up the phone and said, "They said, do you want the president impeached? Let me ask you a question. If we get Nixon out of there, can we go back to my soap operas in the afternoon while I'm doing my laundry? Yes, we go right back to that. Get his ass out of there. I want to see my soap operas." And you don't like that. You didn't agree with that. And you probably got mad at me. I don't care because I was a kid watching impeachment and hearing my mom complain that her soap operas were preempted again by this breaking news and watching impeachment hearings. So that being said, this is what they want right here, 52. Now, my concern is, all right, we go back. Okay, number 35, the Washington Post, McConnell tells Senate Republicans to be ready for impeachment trial of Trump. Okay. And number 36, MSNBC again, impeachment. GOP senators meet to discuss Trump's impeachment defense. Number 37, McConnell tells Senate Republicans to be ready for impeachment. Some senators, however, push back against the ideal, arguing that Trump would assume that those who did not sign the document would be presumably on a vote to oust him. So they want to send a letter over and say, hey, Nancy, we don't think impeachment, you're going to send it over here. We're not going to impeach the guy. Not everybody wants to sign. Just saying. And I see if I have it here. Number 48, this is how they opened at 5 a.m. this morning on MSNBC. Impeachment inquiry ramps up. And number 49, Mitch McConnell, they go right into it first thing this morning. And the White House meltdown yesterday. So here's all I'm going to say. Impeachment, the president, you just need to know, and we will discuss this more. You need to know this morning, and I need to know from you, do you trust Mitch McConnell? Because the House of Representatives, behind closed doors, without you knowing what's happening, Adam Schiff, the corruption. We could go through the whole list of Ukrainian witnesses. You know as well as I do, they're trying to take Rudy Giuliani down now. Rudy broke so much of this. He did the heavy lifting. He went out front at the media. Now they're trying to take Rudy Giuliani down. They have run cover trying to say that Joe Biden and his son did nothing illegal. Anderson Cooper said before he asked the question to him, to give Biden a chance to clear things up. Well, we know you're not been found guilty. We know you're not, we know you're not corrupt. We know your son's not corrupt. We know that this is all just something been made up. But what do you say to it anyway? Considering you're in the clear. We know that. We know that the House is yelling louder and louder impeachment behind closed doors, and are going to come out with articles of impeachment that you and I will have no idea how they came to these efforts. You are only hearing what the Democrats come out and say that these witnesses, Sondland, the other witnesses, said during the closed door testimony. We won't have this transcript for what, years? Why can it not be released? That's why we need a Republican-led House of Representatives to release these transcripts ASAP after this election in 2020. Maybe too late. What will the Senate do? I'm not going to harp on this. I want to know, because I'm going to tell you something. If, you may think I've lost my mind, but if the House votes to impeach, I think they will, okay? It goes to the Senate. They're already preparing for the trial, all right? How come there's not enough? How come it's not loud enough about what the Democrats are doing? If you don't believe in the deep state media, I am sorry, you are so mistaken, okay? Because there should be open public hearings like today with Sondland going in, and I'll bring up some of the things every witness that goes in, the media, the crooked media, release what they think the witness will say. And then afterwards, they pick out a couple things and they throw them out there, and this is what they did say. The only thing, Trump's not guilty of anything. In their eyes, the guilt is he doesn't do it their way. He just picks up the phone and calls, says what he wants to say. It says, hey, Rudy, do me a favor. Go over there and check it out. Tell the State Department you're going. So sadly enough, it was okay for Dennis Rodman to go to North Korea. Don't take that wrong. No, Rudy, if you're watching, I did not call you Dennis Rodman. But it's okay for Dennis Rodman to go to North Korea. It's okay in other matters. But, you know, Rudy has some dealings over there in the UK, and we're going to bring him down. Do you trust Mitch McConnell? And let me tell you something. Should Melania Trump be putting up the tree this year? I mean, maybe Mike Pence is going to be moved in for the Christmas presents. Maybe that's their game plan. Bring Pence in just in time. Because I'm going to tell you, if you're out by Christmas, that gives you enough time, okay? Gives you enough time to end the year and start with a new candidate. Who would be Pence's running mate? I know you don't like the discussion, but don't forget Mitch McConnell, which I do not trust. Don't forget Mitch McConnell, which I do not trust. I said that twice like a broken record. Don't forget Mitch McConnell, which I do not trust, said that the hearing would be, you know, they could have that done by Christmas. You find 60 senators. You get the polling up, okay? You look at this right here. I'm telling you, this is what they're looking for. Give me number. Well, just a minute, Destiny. Give me number 32. Look at 52 to 58. They're pushing it every day. And for those of you out there that keep Fox News on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, don't forget Fox was the big push that got this ball rolling. 51% say, the American people say they want to see Trump removed, okay? Give me number 31. Number 31, 52%. Gallup poll just out. Up 7 points since June. Should President Trump be impeached and removed from office? Yeah, Fox News, they ran that. Fox News got this rolling really good. The removal side. Is Trump done? Mitch McConnell, do you trust him? If the vote in the Senate today was in private, I believe they would remove the President of the United States. I believe those career senators are in a room now saying, how the hell do we get out of this guy? Let me tell you what I think's happening. Their career senators are in a room now saying, how the hell do we get this guy out of office? Put Pence in, get a vice president. Pence would have to have a vice president. See, Nikki Haley, I don't know, just saying, a vice president that the American people will accept and not cause bloodshed. I'm sorry to say it that way, not cause bloodshed, uprising in this country, and people could be okay and move on. And we can get the White House back. That's right. First of all, it's not possible. I hope it doesn't come to that. I hope this country does not go into an actual civil war, but I don't trust Mitch McConnell. I'm your host, BKP. I'm going to take a brief break. We got a lot more to go over. Sorry about the inconvenience at the beginning of the show. We got it corrected. Let's take a break so I can get a bottle of water.
1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. October is Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, with the year's biggest savings on every 2019 Chevy truck and SUV in Days' massive inventory, like over $11,000 off Silverado crew cabs, or more than $8,000 off new Chevy Colorados. So don't just sit there. Go save a payload during Truck Month, happening now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevy trucks always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ella, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Right there is the phone number and all the ways you can follow us on social media. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is, well, first of all, tomorrow's Friday. I'm going to close the show here. I will be back in the studio Monday morning in LJ. I want to close the show here about 9:45 concerning my trips to this area and where I'm at, and just give you, the audience, a little update, because I consider everybody that watches this show family and friends. And Elijah Cummings died yesterday at 68. And just like Minka Brzezinski, I can't bring myself to tears. I know, I'm very insensitive. Now, because I am, and the reason I brought that up, let me get a couple things out here. Sycamore Crossing tomorrow. We will make a decision right after this show. It may be, I have said, everybody on the All-Star panel, asked the doc, our pooch of the week from the Humane Society, our pet of the week from the Humane Society of BlueRidge.org. When everybody says, hey, it's cold, we're going to go inside the Circuit World. So I know where I'm at this morning. I would be inside immediately. So we may be inside at Circuit World tomorrow, but Rick will be doing the show. I appreciate him very much, and everybody that works so hard to make things happen. Rick will have the usuals. We'll have Dr. Whaley Ask the Doc, Dr. William Whaley. We will have the All-Star Political Panel. Joeen is going to join us in the morning, and if you, it's been quite some time, and if you're new to the show, you'll enjoy meeting Joeen. She's going to join us in the morning. Then we're going to have North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, the Community Relations Director, Cameron Hall. And then last but not least, our Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. So let's go here. Because I am staying at the current time in a 24-hour a day, 7 days a week, Fox News house. I did watch this report last night. People ask me, "Did you watch?" I don't watch the nighttime pundits. For the most time, I do read articles. Mm-hmm. So let's go to number 4. Okay, number 4. And obviously, she has on the Democrat Party. I'm wondering exactly what she's up to now. Tulsi Gabbard, she is not someone that I'm in line with politically. I do like her, okay? And she was on Tucker last night. And let me just go to the article for last night's show. Tulsi Gabbard, lays into New York Times, CNN for calling her and other veterans traitors. Okay. Democrat Hawaii Representative Tulsi Gabbard laid into CNN and New York Times, saying Wednesday that when outlets accused her of treason, they were making the same accusations against other veterans. Gabbard joined Fox News host Tucker Carlson to discuss the media attacks against her, particularly with regards to her support for the withdrawal of troops in Syria. The Tucker Carlson asked Gabbard to respond to an undercover video released by Project Veritas that showed CNN employee claiming that the network did not like her. Okay, so he asked her last night, here is a CNN employee saying that for taking an unconventional foreign policy position, you are one of the Democrat candidates that CNN doesn't like. Does that surprise you? Tucker Carlson asked her. It doesn't. You know, I think it's kind of absurd, actually, that as we saw in the days leading up to the debate last night, which was Tuesday night, both the New York Times and CNN both ran hit pieces. Today, the day after the debate, we see more of these hit pieces coming out. Gabbard replied to Tucker Carlson. For them to sit there and try to portray themselves as a neutral arbitrators, arbiters, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say, as objective and independent entities working with the DNC to carry out legitimate debate is frankly a joke. So I don't know 100% where Tulsi Gabbard's going with this, but I do know that she's running a lot of ads. I like to read the dailymail.com. I go there from time to time, the Daily Mail, and read different articles, see different things there. And guess what? There's a lot of ads popping up about her on my feed. Now, I don't know if they're just sending them directly to me because they can hear me saying that I actually like Tulsi Gabbard, but it's a joke. It's actually a joke that CNN held a debate. It's a joke that CNN is on the air, period. It's a joke that the debate was sent to millions of Americans as though it was highlighting your candidate or candidates you could vote for President of the United States. So I just wanted to put that one out there. Don't know 100% what Tulsi is going after, why she would go on Tucker Carlson. Look, like the lady or not, agree with their positions or not, I tell you this, she had the nerve to stand on the stage. They cut her off. They killed the mics. Folks, they killed the mics of the people they don't want to hear from. Absolutely. They drowned them out. They focus in on the candidates they want you to hear. They want Pete Buttigieg. There's absolutely no reason why Pete Buttigieg should get more airtime. Mayor Pete, the gay brigade out there in Iowa. Okay, so there's no reason why the gay brigade should get more airtime. Peter Pan Buttigieg than Tulsi Gabbard. There's no reason, but CNN and the media is trying to create these candidates. All right. There is absolutely zero reason why, the whack job down there in Texas, Francis O'Rourke gets airtime and Tulsi Gabbard doesn't. No reason whatsoever. There's no reason these people get airtime. And, Spartacus there, he's a nice little black guy. He is. Spartacus is a nice black guy. He doesn't want controversy. He's very, very nice guy. Okay. But Cory Booker, because the media and CNN and others are trying to create these candidates and push who your candidate is. So that being said, I don't know what's up with Tulsi, all right now. But she actually had the nerve at the debate to answer the question. She didn't kiss McCain's ass for 10 minutes. I mean, Biden and what's her name up there in Minnesota? What was her name? What's her name in Minnesota? Anyhow, okay. They slobbered all over John McCain. Tulsi had the nerve to say she became friends with who else? None other than the guy from South Carolina, Trey Gowdy. I became friends with Trey Gowdy. Oh my God. Then she goes on Tucker Carlson. So just have to see. All right, moving right along. Number 5. Elijah Cummings dead. I know. It's days like this where I find myself to be so insensitive, and I can't. Let me just go through the pictures here. Now, here's number 11. Let's have a heartfelt moment, right? Here's Representative Elijah Cummings, died at 68. He married Minka and Joe. I mean, and here is number 12. Now, the look on Minka's face, if you can pick it up there, is her attempt to cry. Minka could not bring herself to tears this morning. She tried everything to bring some tears, couldn't do it. And here's another one, 13. Elijah Cummings died at 68, and there's Minka and Joe. And so all I'm saying is, so about 3 weeks before he died, not Elijah, a friend of mine, Frank. So Frank and I are on the phone about 3 weeks before, he died. And somebody had just died in Washington, D.C., and we were talking about it. And he said, one of these days, I'd just like to hear somebody get up at the podium at one of these funerals and say the guy was a real SOB. And not get up there, the guy beat his wife, he beat his children. He was a real piece of work. He was, he's an alcoholic. Whatever. Now, these are words of my friend, okay? But no, the biggest piece of garbage in the world could die, and this is what my friend Frank said, I recall, and he said they could die, and everybody's talking about, oh, he was a good dad, he was a good neighbor, he was a good man, he was a good husband, he was a good father, dad, father, same thing. He worked every day, never missed. If Frank said, I go to a funeral and I don't know, just one time somebody get up and say, this guy was a piece of garbage. Not my words. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, I cannot sit here. Put up number 5. I could not sit here and cry over Elijah Cummings. I can't do it. If you were a crook yesterday, you're a crook. If you were, past tense, yesterday, today, you should be remembered as a Baltimore rat. All right. Baltimore rat. This guy's district. Go look into his district. The only thing I got to say, and here is one more time, and you're tired of it, so I got to get on it, or you guys will be so upset with me. Here's number 12, Minka Brzezinski, trying to muster up tears over this. The only thing I could say is, Baltimore, here is your chance. Finally, you have been taken out from under the shackles of this corruption. You have been taken out from under the shackles and the suppression. Maybe you can clean your city up. Maybe little kids will get off of drugs in the city. Maybe the dilapidated housing can get bulldozed down and cleaned up, and you can have nice, clean areas to live and parks for your kids to play or whatever. The only thing I'm saying is, you know what? Baltimore, you've been delivered. Don't waste it. I know. Now, Nancy yesterday went basically crazy. Okay, give me number 14. Now, she's crazy as hell. All right. Number 14, Nancy goes crazy, and Democrats angrily walk out of White House meltdown. Now, after Trump meltdown. Now, I want to play the video. Okay. I want to play the video. And let's see, I have it here where I sent it to you this morning. I want to make sure I have the right one, Destiny. Let's see. I think this is it. Yeah, give me video 2. Give me video 2. Let's play that. Nancy storms out of the White House.
The size of the vote, more than 2-1 of the Republicans voted to oppose what the president did, probably got to the president because he was shaken up by it. And that's why we couldn't continue in the meeting, because he was just not relating to the reality of it.
Go ahead,
What we witnessed on the part of the president was a meltdown. Sad to say.
What we witnessed today from the president was a meltdown. Sad to say. Sad to say. Okay. What was this, Nancy? Let's just go ahead and play video 1. We're talking about Syria. Let's do video 1.
We have a situation where Turkey is taking land from Syria. Syria is not happy about it. Let them work it out. We shouldn't be over there. And you should get your accounts correct. And you shouldn't be showing up buildings blowing up in Kentucky and say it's Syria, because that really is fake news. Yes, please, ask a question.
But you don't think the country's worried about ISIS? I mean, you mentioned earlier you think some of the countries might hate ISIS more than the United States.
Absolutely.
Nancy, you know what? Yes, Republican lawmakers have voted, I'm going to say, to condemn the actions of the President of the United States, say it like that, about Syria. That is something open for a lot of discussion on whether we should be in Syria, out of Syria, whether we abandon the Kurds, what we did there. But ABC is a major it's a $1 billion operation. And they couldn't take a minute to see and research whether the footage they were showing was actually Kentucky blowing things up or Syria, an invasion of Turkish troops in Syria. ABC ran footage of a Kentucky war simulation video as real footage in Turkey invading Syria. Nancy stormed out yesterday. It was all set up so she could go to the podium this morning and pretend like something really happened in there yesterday in front of the president. They have to continue a charade at all times, and the media is helping them run it. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. We got a couple more things before we wrap up today.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Let's run through, I'm going to run through a lot of pictures today really quickly because I do want to make a personal comment before we close the show. Number 6, Sondland asked Ukrainian officials during private White House talk about gas firm linked to Hunter Biden. Who puts this stuff out? Private White House talk. Who goes and puts this out? Now, I want to know from you. I have not had time to research it because I like to be candid and be open with you. What is John Bolton doing? And is John Bolton behind this? And what's he up to? Number 7. Sondland asked UK officials during private White House meeting. Now, Sondland directly contradicted Bolton by telling the Ukrainians that, in fact, Trump was committed to meeting with Zelensky on the condition he opened a corruption investigation. Bolton abruptly ended the meeting. Who is telling this? He was after Zelensky say, I'll get to the bottom of corruption. Bolton abruptly ended the meeting. Right there. Number 8. Sondland's. Now, you notice they put all this stuff out, the Washington Post, New York Times, all of these news media outlets before any hearings take place behind closed doors. So they set up everything that's supposed to be said. Sondland's meeting with Ukrainians just steps away. Sondland's meeting with Ukrainians just steps away from the White House Situation Room came minutes after a large West Wing meeting that included then National Security Advisor John Bolton, who had been non-committal about scheduling a meeting between Trump and the new Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. Okay. Now, number 9. This is Sondland. Sondland is the EU, European Union ambassador to the European Union. Sondland then invited the Ukrainian officials to continue the conversation separately, escorting them to a private room in the White House basement. Come here. Let's go downstairs. He gets all worked up. He's all worked up. He's, you know how he gets. Let's go downstairs. You and I, there's got to be a room in the basement, okay? That's when Sondland was overheard discussing Burisma Holdings. Now, is it me? I really need to know from you. Is it me when I read this? Did some little Poindexter run downstairs to the basement? Did they run through the kitchen of the White House, the side? I need a glass. Why? I'm going to put it to the door. So some little deep state bureaucrat, and I'm serious as could be, follow them downstairs and listen. What are they saying in there? I think someone just said Burisma. Are you serious? Yeah, I think. Be quiet. Is it me? I don't know. Please tell me. Sondland then invited Ukrainian officials to continue the conversations. Hey, he gets worked up. Let's go downstairs. Escorting them to a private room in the White House basement. You do not have private meetings in the White House basement that people are not aware of. It just doesn't happen. That's when Sondland was overheard discussing Burisma Holdings. Overheard. I overheard you in there talking about Burisma. Let's go to number 14. Nancy's having a meltdown. Democrats' angry walkout on Trump meltdown. Now, if you look at the picture, it's Nancy that has a fit there and stands up and pointing her finger, Number 15, MSNBC carrying that water. Democrats angrily walk out of White House meeting after Trump meltdown. At no time could Nancy have meltdown. Number 16, they are saying in the meeting, when they're talking about Syria, President Trump said Mattis was the most overrated general. Overrated. Said it would take 2 years. We just want to show you number 17. Here are Joe and Minka, the walkout meltdown. Okay. Here is the team to try to bring the walkout meltdown / impeachment number 18 for the morning. Okay. Lindsey Graham, Trump's betrayal of the Kurds is unfair, dangerous, and quite frankly, it's dishonorable. Interesting. Number 19, House overwhelmingly passed bipartisan resolution condemning Trump's Syrian decision. Okay. Don't want to go. This morning, I was not able to watch it, but number 23, Chuck U. Schumer, could care less about you, man, and this country. He was on Morning Joe. I guess that's already coming past. NBC, number 25. Democrats angrily walk out of White House meeting with Trump meltdown. Okay. I want to go back to something in just a minute. Obviously, Mitch McConnell, I asked you if you could trust him earlier in the show. I want to express my gratitude to the Kurds. I'm sorry that we are where we are. So he comes up and expresses his gratitude to the Kurds. Got to get Mitt Romney, right? Number 29. Romney, very hard to understand why Pence and Pompeo are in Turkey. It's too late for this kind of conversation. All right. Get past the polling numbers here. The impeachment conversation. Number 39. 39, Democrats angrily walk out. Pelosi challenged Trump on Russia involvement in Syria, saying all roads lead to Putin. Folks, let's just stop there for a minute, okay? Now, I do not come on this show, this network at any time and try to play a foreign policy, professional. I'm not expert. I'm not a foreign policy expert. But I do want to let you know the same CNN that brought you, fake polling, fake debate questions from Donna Brazile, the same CNN that set up a debate the other night, the same CNN that Mark Zucker, this president of the United States, said the president of the United States should be impeached. Let's stay on impeachment. Maybe he didn't quote say, let's take the network, stay on impeachment at all times. The corruption behind CNN, the Michael Avenatti, remember the pimp that was pimping out Stormy Daniels on all the TV shows. That being said, these are the same networks that have brought you the Russian collusion, which there's nothing to. There's nothing there. There was nothing to impeach. Why didn't they do an impeachment inquiry there? They did 400. You did 40. Let me tell you something, folks. You did $40 million, right, by Robert Mueller. Okay, which did ask the president of the United States for the job of FBI director and did not get it. And this guy is a friend of Comey. He wanted to run interference for Comey, McCabe, and the rest of them, Brennan and Clapper, but he did not get a chance. But then he got appointed special counsel and he got his chance. He wrote a 400 and some page report. They did not, Nancy Pelosi came out at that time. Remember, Speaker Pelosi came out at that time. She's mentally ill, folks. She's lost it upstairs. And they were not ready for impeachment. They were not ready. They had a problem with the squad. Remember, the squad went out there, Rashid Tlaib and AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and the other one, Ilhan Omar, and the lady up in Boston. Now, the lady in Boston, I forget her name, in Massachusetts there, the representative, she is trying to slowly backstep her way out of the squad picture. But remember, at that time, they wanted impeachment, and Nancy called them behind closed doors and said, no, we're not quite ready there. We're not there, right? $40 million. Just pay attention to me. $40 million. Special counsel. All the attorneys he needed, all the subpoenas he needed, anything he wanted, and could not find anything to start the impeachment inquiry. But oh, hell, 30-minute phone call breaks loose. We got him now. A phone call. Couldn't get it. So these are the people that talk about Russian involvement. So I do not play a foreign policy expert on this show, but I would ask you to go back to 2011 when Russia... Okay, how many years has Russia been in Syria? Okay, Damascus is a den of thieves. Okay, Damascus is needed, wiped off the face of the earth for what? Since all the way back in Bible times. It's a den of thieves. Okay, so go back to 2011, 2012, red line in the sand, all the things that happened in Syria with the Russians. And how dare her say that Trump has done something that all roads lead to Putin? I think you want to rethink that, Nancy. Okay, here's number 40. Pelosi battles Trump at White House. Trump said to Pelosi, I hate ISIS more than you do. Pelosi responded, you don't know that. I hate ISIS more than you. You don't know that. Schumer intervened at one point and said, is your plan to rely on the Syrians and the Turks? What's your plan here? All right, I already got this. 42. The president said, our plan is to keep the American people safe. Pelosi said, that's not a plan. That's a goal. Whew. Number 43, Democrats angrily walk out. And the reason I keep showing this on the Trump meltdown, you may say, well, you have showed us that. No, they do it over the hour, over and over and over. There was no Nancy. Let's go to 44. Running out of time. Reporter. Leader Schumer said he called you a third-rate politician. You're a third grade. You meant third rate? Yeah, third grade. What did the president say that got this meeting off the wrong foot? Yes, there's a phone ringing in the background. Democrats angrily walk out of White House meeting after Trump number 46. Okay. Even with Kevin McCarthy, the majority leader, Republican majority leader, that's the byline. Let me trade up a couple here. Number 51, the White House meltdown. Wasn't Speaker Pelosi. If I see anybody that's jumped up and is barking, would be Nancy. Here is Nancy with her face melting, number 52. She comes out, I'm sorry, we just caught her face melting there. We had to show that one. See what else I have here. Let me see, I want to stay with this. Number 59, CNN, Pence and Pompeo lead U.S. delegation to Turkey. They're headed over there to see what's going on. Trump writes a letter to Erdogan. Erdogan, don't be a tough guy. Number 60, letter sent to Turkey, began military offensive in Syria the same day. Here are some things in the letter. Number 61, President Trump writes a letter, don't be a tough guy. History will look upon you favorably if you get this done the right and humane way. It will look upon you. It will look upon you favor it will look upon you forever as the devil if things don't happen. Don't be a tough guy. Don't be a fool. Jesse, don't lose this number. Number 62, you don't want to be responsible for slaughtering thousands of people, and I don't want to be responsible for destroying the Turkish economy, and I will. Number 63 is a picture of the letter that was sent, very short and sweet. Here is CNN getting in at 4:05 a.m. this morning, 64. Trump tweets photo of unhinged Pelosi is what he calls them, 4:05 in the morning. McConnell, I didn't make any observation in the meeting. Here's what Mitch McConnell said about the meeting, number 65. I didn't make any observation in the meeting. I don't have any to make. I didn't see none. I was sitting over here. I didn't see a damn thing. McConnell, I didn't see a damn thing. Mitch, here's what Trump tweeted out. Nervous Nancy, unhinged meltdown, number 66. I didn't make an observation in the meeting, McConnell said, but here is the picture that Trump tweeted out. Nancy is, everybody's sitting there calm. Nancy's kind of lost it. Number 67, let's do it again because the president said, hey, she needs help fast. Number 67, Nancy needs help fast. There is either something wrong with her upstairs. She's cuckoo. She's bat crap crazy upstairs. She's cuckoo. Or she just plain doesn't like this country. She had a total meltdown in the White House today. It was so sad. It was sad. We were saying it was just sad. I mean, can you see Nancy? Pray for her. Let's pray for Nancy. She's a very sick puppy. Very sick person. Okay. Number 68. Dems Trump meltdown at the White House meeting. All right. 69, the Dems Trump meltdown at the White House meeting, 4:05 this morning. Trump meltdown. I don't see anywhere where Nancy melted down. Number 70, Pelosi and Dems storm out of White House meeting. Here's the details behind that. Wonder who these were released from. Number 71, White House meeting details. Trump said General Mattis was the world's most overrated general. Trump said fewer than 100 ISIS prisoners escaped, the least dangerous ones. Pelosi went after Trump on Syria, saying all roads with you lead to Putin. That's what happened in the meeting before the meltdown, all right? Sondland, number 73, to testify in impeachment probe. Okay, that's today. Text messages, number 74, Sondland to testify in impeachment probe. Ambassador to the EU, text that wasn't Ukraine, quo quo. All right, I'm going to pass up the other one. And I'm going to take a break. And when we short break, Destiny, we'll wrap up 2 subjects I want to talk about today's show. Take us to break.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella-J next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella-J next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella-J, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Days ahead.
October is Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, with the year's biggest savings on every 2019 Chevy truck and SUV in Days' massive inventory, like over $11,000 off Silverado crew cabs, or more than $8,000 off new Chevy Colorados. So don't just sit there. Go save a payload during Truck Month, happening now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevy trucks always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Okay, we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Looks like my frames are a little out of whack here, getting close to 10 o'clock. Phone number there, 706-889-9700, and there's all the social media ways you can follow the show. Now, let me say this. So, every single move that is made is an attempt to discredit the president of the United States. It is. Excuse me. We have ambassadors all over the world. All over the world. And the world has ambassadors here. You go to Washington, D.C. I don't know if you've ever been there and went down Ambassador Row or Embassy Row, Embassy Row, okay? And we kind of get a little mad because these people that work in these embassies, they just get 97 parking tickets, could care less, and they leave the country because they're under their diplomatic immunity, okay? So here's what I want to say. Now, Donald J. Trump did not write the diplomatic protocols all the way around the world. He didn't do that. He wasn't in office when it was done. Diplomatic immunity is just what it is. So, number 20, Trump suggests family of deceased teenager meet with woman responsible for the crash. So, an ambassador's wife is over there in England, and she left and right. You drive on this side of the road, that side of the road, and like the song says, she takes a left turn on a red light. Okay, left turn on a red light, right? She kills a kid. I think kid's on a motorcycle, scooter or something. Leaves the country, claims diplomatic immunity. Now, England, the UK, they want the lady extradited back to her England to face charges. They said, the family said they would meet with this woman that killed their son, run him over on their turf with their conditions, being back home in the UK. Well, Trump invited them to the White House, and there's a claim, and here we go, number 21. And Harry Dunn, Harry Dunn's parents, number 21, reject bombshell offer to meet Anna Sekulis during Trump talks. The idea would be that he would create a meeting between Mrs. Sekulis and the Dunn family, and then bring in the press corps to show it was all happy families. So they get here to America, and they landed just like the Beatles. I know I'm not making fun of them, but they landed here in America, number 22. All right. The bombshell was dropped not soon after we walked in the room. Anna Sekulis was in the building, and this is the woman that run the kid over and was willing to meet with us. We made that was as we go along, love on our terms, gay soil. So he is going to pay them all the, and they're going to get on every single morning show they can. Every single morning show and after show and like that. They will be on every network. The Dunns is that to discuss the that run over their son and kill him. Say where you're at, if somebody what your diplomatic status is. You should have a exists for somebody. So we stand it with action over. So cool. We understand you ran this kid on his bicycle, whatever, in the left turn on right. My joke there. I have to say, if you kill somebody, you kill somebody. Now this can be closed. Let's go. I'm going to get all 7. Sorry. Let's go to 57. To end. General Motors has to invest $83 billion in GM plants. So we don't know exactly what took place that they're going to vote on today at General Motors, but supposedly that strike is going to be done and over with very little television and airtime. GM workers are probably really upset with the whole impeachment, and now Elijah Cummings died, and everything is going on because they were knocked off the front page. They really thought if they would strike, they can get right on the front page and get a lot more than what they did. Number 56. Here's what Chicago needs, right? Chicago teachers go on strike. Classes canceled, but schools will be open to look after 360,000 kids. They'll be open to look after the kids. Are you serious? So schools teachers are on strike, but they're bringing people in to look after your kids. So you could drop them off. We'll still have daycare like we always do. Go ahead and put up 55 on strike. Classes canceled. The school will be open to look after 360,000 students. I get it. Chicago. We got something bad wrong here in this country. Bad wrong. All right, so let me say this before we close. Tomorrow we will be at Sycamore Crossing, maybe. But we will have our Friday show. I want to thank Rick and everybody for stepping in. We'll have Dr. Willie and our panel, North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, and go right from that to the Pet of the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. That'll be tomorrow morning. I will be back in studio Monday for an extended period of time. I want to thank you because it's taken a lot to adjust to this area here in Pennsylvania. One, with the weather, which I was outside about 3 weeks, and then coming inside. It's a little different, used to things on the screen and getting used to the studio with communication. It's not bad. It really works well. So I want to thank Destiny for working hard in the studio to make the shows happen. I think you know I'm here, and because on any Friday, I've talked to Dr. William. I don't know. My mother has double lymphoma cancer. She has just completed her chemo treatment. Got through. Beautiful. Okay. The 3 chemo treatments that she went through, all hospital. Okay. This was not. So yesterday, follow up. I'll just tell you, doctor's appointment. Her hemoglobins, those darn hemoglobins were low. So we had to go get a bag, a transfusion bag of hemoglobins. We got to throw some hemoglobin. You can't go home. We did. Then Friday, we got to go back for a bag of blood. I just put it like that because the blood count is low. But that being said, she's not in the hospital this time. It looks like from here on out, if I come up here, it's going to not be for an extended period of time. What I've been trying to do is come up after the chemo treatments so I can do what I can to help take care of my mother when she's sick from the chemo, which has resulted in hospitalization. It's been 3 rough trips. With this one, she's not had to go to the hospital. Actually, it's been enjoyable. She's doing great. And so I will be in studio Monday morning. And it looks like I will not be back here for extended period of times like before, which is good news to me because I want to get home. And it's getting cold here and the weather's nasty and ugly. I They have a snow plow outside. I don't want to be here. Yes, folks, outside in the yard is a truck backed up with a snow plow hitched to it. Not the kind of place I want to be much longer. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. We will see you tomorrow morning at Sycamore Crossing or Circuit World. We'll decide today. Take us out of here, Destiny. You guys have a great weekend. I will be back in studio Monday morning.